Warning! The following show may contain strong language, as well as other content that may not be suitable for a younger audience. The show may also contain spoilers for any and all anime and manga, so please ensure you check the description below for the relevant spoiler warnings. Thanks for watching, Olga.
Breaking news, all of the time, all day, all night, all mornings, all afternoons, all 3:15 PMs, all 1947 PMs. This has gone on too long. Coming to you live from the Happy Hour studio. It is the Happy Hour cast with the news at 10. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey! Woo! Hey! I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Sounds like you're on some sort of spinning NASA fish thing.
To the Manga podcast. I'm going to start doing that. That will probably sound horrible. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Simon, better known as Vacant, from MangaRaiders.com, and you are here for episode 1986. No, we're not. It's episode 86. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. Talking about manga and anime and happiness and happy hours. This is the Happy Hour podcast. It is episode 86. I am tired, but I'm not doing this alone. There is a full house here, a full cast and crew. It's going to be exciting. To my virtual left, we'll start with the usual suspect. It is the musical sensation that titillates the nation, that is the king of procrastination. It's Manimal.
Shit, man.
That's him. He's here in the flesh. Proof be needed. To his virtual left, returning from last week, he was here. He's still here. He hasn't literally been here for a week and just waiting in position, but he is here. Nonetheless, it is the engineering genius who his name starts with the same letter as Cornelius. It's Corey.
Wow. A week ago, I've been trapped here. Send water, please.
I thought engineers were all robots.
Not robots, mostly.
They're expected to work like robots, but he's very much human. He's made of flesh at the moment.
For now.
Yeah.
He's wearing their skin. Don't trust him. I haven't heard anything from there.
Skin. I'm wearing
that
my
thing's
skin.
been in my skin.
Besides, even if he was wearing someone else's skin, he would still not be a robot. He'd just be a person. He'd just be Buffalo Bill.
I don't know how that's related. That
You know,
makes me a serial killer, not a robot.
That's extremely sad that's true. Oh, man.
What made Terminator a robot was not the fact that he had skin. It's the kind of metal bits that made him work and stuff. But yeah, that's Corin. Welcome. And to his virtual left, you've heard him there. He is... I'm tired, so I've run out of rhymes, but he is the man in Germany who always says sir to me.
10 out of 10.
That was actually impressive because it's sort of... Yeah, what's up? It's Lego Maestro. It's been a while. Did you know that as we're recording this is April 25. Tomorrow is the anniversary of the Chernobyl disaster in 1986. So,
Chernobyl. Oh.
It's Chernobyl. It's not Chernobyl. Are you serious?
When you said Colonel, I was like, who's Colonel Bill?
I just cannot pronounce... No, it's Chernobyl. Please. It's not...
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Okay.
There's an H.
Or Chernobyl.
I mean, it may have been caused by a man named Colonel Bill.
Colonel Bill. The tragedy. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Colonel Bill the Wise?
Are you still on the prequel memes Reddit?
Yes, I'm still on. Prequel memes is taking over my life. I can't help it. I'm firmly on that bandwagon, and I can't get off. Someone needs to help me. But and finally, he certainly is not like Chernobyl. But he sings better than Josh Grobel. He's more well written and read than Barnes and Noble. He is Nebons.
Oh God! Oh God!
I'm glad I was here to be a part of this.
He pulled it off after forcing it through. You know that alien that was forced out through space through a tiny hole? That's how you're forcing the rhymes through it. So
Remind me of aliens and space later, because I have not news, but I have a little story about that, so you'll have to remind me. You've started it on a tragedy of Chernobyl, or Chernobyl, depending. I hear people say Chernobyl in England. I don't know if that's just because we're pronounce things wrong.
Probably.
Speaking of which, there's an English joke that you probably won't get, none of you guys, but it's, why don't you wear shorts in Ukraine?
Why?
Because Chernobyl fall out. Your knob will fall out.
No.
That's the joke. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 86 in the books. Goodbye.
No.
I mean, you should really be wearing a little bit more protection because of all the radiation still lingering around.
There's a lot of radiation about there. It's a bit radioactive, just like us on this episode. So we're going to start in a classic fashion, as we always do, with how our weeks are. Manimal, have you had an exciting, adventurous, and I'm going to say it, a rousing week?
What?
Well, it's been rousing, it's been browsing, and it's been pousing. It's pretty average thing, Went to the store, got 25 records for $2 each, kind of flipped my shit internally.
Wow.
Still kind of flipping my shit internally when you get like freaking Tigers of Pantang, Judas Priest's first 2 albums, freaking Riot albums that are $30 to $40 for $2 each. It's just a little bit of an internal meltdown inside.
Yeah, so like original vinyls is this, or like CDs?
Yes.
So you're getting original vinyls for $2?
It's unbitchcraft that some people can still be nice these days and still want to keep the joy of album collecting alive.
Witchcraft.
Yeah, I just don't understand how they're so
That's
cheap.
impossible.
Did he not have like their sleeves or something? Or
no, it's just the way it is because he's a cool dude. So if you can ever get freaking 25 albums for $50 again, these are not easy to find albums. Well, some of them are like Blondie's Parallel Lines. You can find that anywhere, but other stuff, it's like, oh, ho, ho, ho. I kind of exploded internally. 2%.
Just 2%.
No, 100%.
Mob Psycho. Manimal Psycho.
I was gonna say, that went a little thing again, from 2% to 100. Just a 2% explosion I had.
Just 2%. Again, I can get 2 new records for $60. Or I can get 25 albums for $50. Well,
What are the name of one of the albums?
I'm not going to name all of them. You can go on the forum to look for that business.
One of the.
I got a picture of all of them on the forum.
We'll link it. We'll link a little picture, and it'll be lovely.
Yeah.
And all you
even like finally got a Prince album, Iron Maiden's Killers. Like, oh.
You could even maybe see Manimal's bedroom or wherever he's put it. I don't know. He may have taken the picture in some kind of classy location.
Maybe if you did the research or you looked at things, you'd know.
Oh, I haven't had time. I've come straight from work. I'm sorry. I'm a tired boy.
Frickin' slong, otherwise known as vacant.
Slong. That's awfully close to a word for a penis. A schlong.
Oh, schlong?
Schlong. That's a
Come on,
American
I can't pronounce S words. Don't be mean.
Sorry, I'm not.
It's not as brutal as freaking whatever Lego said. That's
Colonel
bad.
Bill.
Like, let's get real. Now you owe him a drink.
That's good.
Also, a couple days of the semester left and it's over. Oh, yeah.
How long will you get off? Because I don't know how American and Canadian
many
holidays.
months.
Fuck
like,
off.
May, June, like 4. Yeah, 4.
I'm a little
pretty
jealous.
solid. Be jealous.
I'm a little envious. I'm not gonna lie.
Be envious. Yes. Hopefully I can finally actually make a comic in that time, but we'll see. Time will tell.
Manimal comic coming soon. And also check out his eBay page. I'm sure there'll be some records on there for
Yeah, no, I don't.
$15.
It does. I don't roll like that. I keep everything.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I have multiple copies of albums that have no worth, but I keep them anyway.
Just get rid of them. If you have multis.
Nah. Sometimes you get multis by accident because, like, sometimes it gets to the point where, like, you have so much that you forget what you have. It's a natural occurrence.
That's true. Or you get a good offer and get everything bundled in that you might already have. I know how it works.
Or
I know
that.
I know
Yes.
how it be. But, Corin, how was your week? I know you were crushing under the weight of work, and unfortunately we kept you here all week, so, you know, that probably
Yeah,
caused
it
issues.
was not as bad as I thought, but I had a project that was supposed to go out this Friday, which we sent out today because my boss got the schedule wrong, so that was a push.
At least it's someone higher up, so, like, they have no one to blame.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they can't
Not
push.
my fault, which is what really matters here,
Yeah.
but it was still exhausting.
Just as long as people know that it's not your fault, it's okay. That's how I work. It's like, this is going to be a problem down the line, but it's not my fault. It's not a problem of my making. So it can just go along.
Aside from that, I've got to read a wonderful book called The Gods Hate Kansas.
Is it true?
Probably. No, it's an old, like, 1940s pulp novel.
Awesome.
It's something he bought someone for Christmas. And he bought
Actually, I
himself
bought
one.
two for Christmas. I bought myself one.
Yeah, I remember, because I listened to the Geekula show, the crossover episode at Christmas. I listened to it 2 days ago. Don't ask why I'm listening to Christmas shows. I don't know why. I think my SoundCloud was on shuffle, and it just came up, and I was like, yeah, let's get
Why
into
not?
this.
Oh man, Geekula. That was interesting. I don't remember much of the episode because I haven't listened to it recently, but
I thought for a
Both
second,
Lego and Manimal, I can tell you that my office mate enjoys your songs when they pop up on SoundCloud.
Wait,
what?
What?
Yeah.
Hold on, what?
What? Why?
Yes.
What are you
Well,
doing?
maybe I shouldn't say Manimal. Barry Goldman.
Are you referring? Wait, did you play the bop bop to people?
Oh man,
You know it.
we showed the
Oh.
video.
Why?
Bop
I made
Bop
that
music
song in
video
2
coming
seconds.
soon.
Why is it the best? It's bullshit. It's so stupid. Why is it the best thing I've made? It's
Hey,
ridiculous.
hey,
We don't
hey.
choose our successes.
Can we say
I
it's
made
not
it in 2
stupid?
seconds. I put so much effort into other tracks, and they're just not as good. It's bullshit.
It's not. It's not stupid because it's
a
about
song
my
about
butt.
Vicky's butt.
Exactly, my butt's serious business. You cannot say it's stupid.
Yeah, but it's not as good as other tracks like freaking Canon School of Shuns. Oh, I can't even say my own song title. It's great, fantastic.
Get out of here,
Freaking-
Cozy Nosy. Get out. It's all about
No,
the Cozy
Cozy Nosy wasn't good, to be fair. But still, Jesus. And also, hey, I did a cover of one of Lego's songs. You can check that out.
That confused
Phone
me.
call for Stelly.
Yeah, that really confused me because it says phone call for Stelly and then a how do you say it, Lego?
Zerus? I have no idea.
How? It's your name. How would you not have an idea?
What am I supposed to say, man?
Yeah.
These letters will
Hey.
do.
A foreign name.
Hey, Lego. Isn't this surreal? Oh,
That's
playing your songs.
Oh, yeah. That is a song.
I do genuinely enjoy that song.
It's a good track.
The
by me,
only
dude.
thing about it is there's a part of me that hears "fuck off, oh Stelly."
Me too.
What?
I'm convinced
hear
it was
that.
saying fuck off.
What? Where? In Manimal's
sounded
company.
Instead of phone call, it says fuck off. And I was convinced of that. We'll go out on that track at the end of this episode. If you want to hear phone call for Stelly, in fact, what we'll do, no, here's what we'll do. We'll play Lego's version, the original, and then we'll
Very bad.
fade into the cover of Manimal. And
Oh,
then you
do it
guys...
halfway. Do it halfway, yeah.
Oh, halfway. Okay, yeah, that'll do.
halfway cut. So it starts with Legos and then transitions to mine because they're almost the same tempo.
That'll work. That'll be good. I'll do that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be amazing. Actually, we're planning on doing another collaboration, but Not another. Wait, did that count as
No, the
collaboration?
the first musical collaboration.
Collaboration. That should be interesting. Aye.
We will see.
We will see.
Definitely be interesting. The only question is that when are you going to be doing the Bop Bop cover?
I think you could do it, Lego. It's C, F, and G.
Let me write those down.
Bop Bop.
Wait, there's an F chord. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then in the pre-chorus it goes to C7 and F7, and then in the bridge it switches to A, E, and D, and then goes back to C, F, G.
Oh god.
But that's something I had. Going back to you, sorry, Corin. A question. Why do the gods hate Kansas?
Aliens?
It's because we got a lot of space rocks and no other natural rocks. So, like, when people came in to look for space rocks, they noticed Kansas is hit by a lot more asteroids than any other state.
Oh, so it's not like... Is it a story or a non-fiction?
I mean, it's named after a joke phrase that came up because Kansas just is recorded as having way more meteors land that we can find them here.
You can find meteor rock? Why haven't you forged a sword and fought the Fire Nation?
I mean, they're expensive.
They are. I mean, it probably helps that Kansas just isn't a very rocky place in general, so, you know.
We got a lot of prairie and grassland.
So if a meteor
that
comes down
one
and say
giant
Colorado,
glowing crater is, it sticks out.
Man, you're in ground zero for a superhero origin story.
Isn't Superman from Kansas?
Yes.
Yeah,
Knew it. That's why. The gods hate Kansas because of Superman.
they're like overpowered bastard.
You were.
Shout out to my good friend with the last name of Kent, who is from a small town in Kansas, but refuses to name his son Clark.
Why?
The opportunity that is missed. Oh god. Would that end badly for a kid though, if he was called Clark Kent, or would it add?
Most certainly. But
It'll go to his head.
come on, you gotta do it.
If the kid didn't like it, he can have his name changed by default at the age of 18.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
but at the same time, the worst insult would be, "Oh, you're Superman."
Yeah, look at you, you immortal, invincible piece of crap.
What if he sings Eminem's swearing version of Superman? They call me Superman. Leaped off.
I mean,
buildings
that's sort of about women. So if he starts going, "I think I want you, baby. I think I want you too," that kind of thing, that'd be a different context from like a violent situation with guys. That's a bit weird. Although maybe it'll catch him off guard, so he can give them a Superman kryptonite uppercut or whatever. That's not one of his moves. I don't think he names his move.
His special move where he accidentally kills himself, but it looks kinda neat.
But it glows green, son.
Oh man.
Anyway, sorry, Corin. I'm already going on tangents. Is there anything else that you were up to?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, we're going to move swiftly on to Nair. How was your week?
It's been pretty good in terms of the new shows of anime. I haven't had much time to watch them because I just hit the 89-hour mark in Persona 5.
I am 30 hours behind you.
Whoa! What are you guys doing? You have work.
Yeah, you play it in your spare time.
But I don't have work at like 3 a.m. when I'm
Yeah.
still
Plays most of
playing the
Persona.
game.
That is amazing.
It is a highly addictive game.
You'd be surprised how much you could get done, Lego, if you just didn't sleep.
Well, I'm on the happy hour now when I should be waking up early tomorrow or today. But yeah, so yeah, it's true.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah, I also saw the third part of the Kizumonogatari movies because it showed up in Kansas City, but, whatever, it's Persona.
Yeah.
Between Persona and the latest Final Fantasy, which one is really taking you in?
He hasn't played the latest Final Fantasy and probably never will.
Why the fuck would I? Because Persona 5 is out.
Well, I spent in total 75 hours on Persona, and I completed it and did most things on it. Like, I didn't defeat the Adamantoise, didn't try that one, but I did most things on there. Whereas Persona, I've got 59 hours, and I feel like I've got a good portion of the game to go. So, probably Persona 5.
Yeah, like I know I am one dungeon away from beating it, and I'm still looking forward to playing it again with the New Game Plus, so I can do all the social links I've completely ignored. Or had to just like there's people I look at and go, hey, you're really cool. I'm glad you're my friend. Next time.
Yeah, it's quite hard because some have got like interesting stories. Like,
yeah,
Sojiro is caretaker. I want to know what's up with that dude, but I can't justify doing a social link at the moment. I want to know his story, but at the same time, I need the stat buffs and bonuses that comes with being friends with Mishima.
So you only make friends because of the stats.
Well, partly.
And the buffs you get.
And a lot of it is like, hey, Hifumi Togo, you're cool. I have 5 knowledge, so I'm going to hang out with you and be best friends. Which feels weird because I have party members that I should probably be hanging out with. But I don't have max kindness or proficiency, which are kind of hard to grind for outside of making lockpicks.
Yeah. It's a bit of a ball ache. But fun. It's not a ball ache, it's fun, because you got to develop your time and, and fucking Morgana keeps telling you to sleep when you could do shit at night.
I like that I have my Morgana plushie sitting right in my bedroom, where it has made me lose more sleep because I've been playing that game. It is the anti-sleep totem that rests in my room.
I should put it in my room, because then I can have it on the bedside table and just be like, okay, I should probably sleep. Morgana's looking at me. Morgana will be disappointed if I don't. He just wants me to go to fuck to sleep. He should be voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, and he should just be saying that. Go the fuck to sleep. But that's good.
I've had it with these motherfucking personas in my motherfucking brain.
I am glad that my girlfriend came by this past week because she had a week off from her classes before graduating, and she came in right at the I'm not going to say the twist, but the boss fight that leads up to the point where the intro starts.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And that was fun, kind of, okay, here's what's going on. And she spent, I think, a good hour and a half on the Megami Tensei wiki.
Just catching up.
Trying to figure out what this game is I keep talking about.
The problem is my girlfriend only comes in with the weird anime parts, so...
Yep.
Do you know, there's like a cutscene where Ryuji's staring down Anne's top, and she's like, well, that's weird, that's not good. And it's like, yeah, but it's kind of funny, but, like, you don't know, like, when you know the characters and, it's sort of a thing. And I was like, yeah, that's a bit pervy. And then also when I did the romance for a social link, I decided to romance Anne, which I didn't mean to. That went from 1 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
It's like you decide to just comfort her, and then out of nowhere, it's like, I love you. And it's like, what the fuck? Where did this go?
What?
I thought I was picking the safe option.
See, the very first time my girlfriend started watching me play Persona, I went from Well, I decided to just show her some stuff and then not save it. So I started dating my teacher and then my doctor and then my class president and then went to the Velvet Room and showed her the monsters in my brain. And I gotta say, she didn't get it. I don't see the appeal just yet, Brian.
But I can hang out with this person.
She's your maid, but your teacher? Yeah. There's actually a real sad backstory to that. It's very touching.
But don't worry about it. Those are the
we're
services.
dating now.
Wow.
Oh, God. It's all good fun. I love that game so much. It's awesome. I'm sorry for rambling about Persona 4, everyone. Persona 5, even.
Man, just speaking of, though, 5, I think, stacks way better than 4.
I think so. I mean, it's because it's so new. Like, I was thinking about this earlier, for how I would rank them. Because it's so fresh in memory, I remember everything, and you're still, like, sort of the emotion and stuff that it has, the connection with the characters and that's still fresh. But yeah, I think this is my favourite in the series so far. I think it beats out 4, it beats out 3, I think, for me, just because it's so fresh. I think it might change in a few months, but, for the moment,
yeah, I mean, there's so many quality of life improvements just for across the board. It is kind of weird how 4 is now this weird cartoony outlier sandwiched between 3 and 5, though.
Yeah. I did enjoy it. I love Persona 4 Golden so much now. I love me some Persona 4. TV and mysteries.
So, like, in 3, you summon your persona by shooting yourself in the head, because the metaphor is about, mortality being something everyone has to deal with, and by embracing that, you can live a more fulfilling life.
Yeah.
In 4, you smash a card. In 5, you kind of tear your face off.
Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting that when they did the mask. I was like, oh, that's a lot of blood. That's slobber and shit. Those people are in pain. But yeah, anyway. We will do a Persona cast more. I'm sorry for boring you guys who aren't interested.
Sorry.
Sorry, Manimal. Sorry.
I'm going to talk about it because that's been my week for the last 3 weeks. But we'll beat it and then do a spoiler cast, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, for me as well, to be honest, most of my week has been that. That's why I've not watched as much of the spring season, because Persona 5's happened, and I'm just like, I need to carry on. Because I feel like I'm going to get spoiled at some point, so I want to get to bits sooner rather than later. Like, I did see a spoiler the other day, but I've already gotten past that part of the game, so it's okay. But fuck yeah, it's a race against time before everything is totally spoiled. But
I will say, there's the twists that you see coming.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, there's the twist that will catch you by punching you right in the dick.
Shit. Okay, because I have got, like, I think I've got the plot pretty much figured out. Like, I can see where it's going. But I know that it can just turn on a dime, so I might write it
there's
down.
the one that's about as obvious as, like, Adachi.
Yeah.
But then, oh boy. Ooh.
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking. Well, yeah. No, we won't spoil Persona 5.
Yeah.
But
we did just spoil Persona 4, though, I guess. But, I mean, there's already a fighting game where a main character solves the plot.
Yeah.
But how long ago did Persona 4 came out? So
2009. So
I'm going to say that's within limits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I live under a rock, and I still haven't finished it because screw you, console games that are exclusive.
Here's a question.
Uh-huh.
Because Aerith dying in Final Fantasy VII was something that, was obvious after 1997.
Yeah.
Are we going to have to re-up that as a spoiler for the new people coming into the new game?
No. Well, I think I'm sort of...
Because there are going to be people playing that who weren't alive when Final Fantasy VII first came out. And we need to think about that.
But
at the same time, that is still like
the famous spoiler of video games.
That is the most famous, most famous like death in all of video gaming.
It's up there with, Bruce Willis was the ghost the whole time.
Yeah. Snape killed Dumbledore. Darth Vader is Luke's father.
I think Snape is still in the spoiler territory.
Really?
For the nice people who read the Game of Thrones books and knew about the Red Wedding years before the show ever got around to it.
They were awesome.
They were nice and didn't blab it mainstream.
Yeah. I am of the opinion of Final Fantasy VII that they might, because everyone's just assuming that the death will be in there, they might have some way... Actually, no, because that'll change the fabric of the story too drastically.
Speaking of changing the fabric of the story too drastically, do you think they're going to not acknowledge any of the bullshit compilation stuff with Angeal? Or Genesis?
I don't think so. Maybe nods and homages, but no.
Because we all know that Sephiroth isn't shit compared to Genesis, the much cooler guy.
I think that's going to be swept under the carpet quietly and forgotten about. Unfortunately. But yeah. For me, my week's been Persona, trying to catch up desperately to spring season, doing little teeny tiny spots of writing. Just Persona 5. We've been, it's taken over the week. Hopefully it won't take over so much of the week in the next couple of weeks. It'll be done and dusted. We'll be doing a nice Persona cast, spoiler one. So, obviously if you've not finished the game by then, when that is there, it's going to be loaded with spoilers, so don't watch it.
Avoid like the plague. Okay, noted.
Speaking of avoiding like plague,
what segue
this
are you
is
trying
going to
to play?
segue us into the news. We've got some little news. Actually, I don't know where to start. I can go serious or
sad
or out there. A little crazy. Okay, I'll start with this one. This is a big one. This will probably excite Corin and you, Lego, more than Nair and Manimal. Bleach, Can't Fear Your Own World follow-up novel prepares to kick off.
Yes!
Have you guys heard anything about the new novel? Other than the Dura. Yeah.
I know the basic, plot
wedding between
summary.
Rukia.
Yeah. So,
Why?
Shuhei Hisagi will be the main character, according to this.
Neat.
Seriously?
Yeah. Which I do not mind.
We'll seize Bankai at last.
Possibly. The synopsis is an assassination attempt aimed at the 4 great noble clans. An unknown Shinigami attacks the Quincy and Arrancar that survived in Wako Mundo. A rapidly growing mysterious...
Yes!
Apparently some did. A rapidly growing, mysterious religious group in the human world. The turmoil in each of the 3 realms of existence was rooted in the head of the Tsunayashiro family. We'll go with that. One of the 4 great noble clans. Apart from being a Shinigami, Shuhei Hisagi approaches the case from a journalistic viewpoint. However, he does not yet know that he is trying to touch the fearful secrets of the Soul Society itself.
That's right. He is like the one journalist in Soul Society.
Yeah, like... So, I'm thinking...
Doesn't he write for some stupid magazine? Oh, God.
They have the monthly, the Soul Society monthly or something like that.
Yeah, Say Rate 8 monthly or some bullshit like that. But yeah, he's... So that's gotten me wondering, is this going to be like a sort of action thing, or is it going to be more from a reporter, almost like a reporter's point of view? So whatever.
I think since it is Bleach, there's definitely going to be an amount of action. I imagine what they'll do is some chapters will be here's an article sort of format, and others will be normal narration.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm interested. I don't know how we'll quite get it here, because apparently it's April 28th, that it's going to be released, but it's going to be on the, what is it called? I'll find it somewhere.
It hasn't been translated, has it?
No, it's on some Jump Plus digital platform. It'll be serialized every Friday. I assume that's native Japanese app, so don't know how it's going to come over here, but if we get that news, as soon as we get it, we will let everyone know.
I assume it will come here the same way things usually come here, illicitly.
It'll come a lot later.
I will be keeping my ear out for new episodes of Podkai.
Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
The All Bleach podcast that killed Bleach.
We were the fucking final nail in the coffin for Bleach there.
I mean, ideally, they'll finish it and then publish it physically.
I'm hoping so. I mean, I assume, because that's what a lot of these, they tend to do. They'll do a monthly serialization, and then once they've completed a volume, they'll release it. And with it being Bleach, I've got faith that it should have enough groundswell to come overseas. Or someone will fan sub it, and we'll translate it, and then we can at least see what, be in the know of what's happening. So that'll be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looking forward to more Bleach. Anything more Bleach I'm excited for. Apparently he's worked closely with Tai Kubo as well. He's taken direction from him, so Kubo's, there's some influence from there as well, so it should hopefully retain some of its original charm.
Hopefully Kubo's not feeling pressured, hyper-pressured by editors and stuff at this point.
I think he's taking a back seat, I guess, so maybe, yeah.
Kubo's influence is a single sticky note that just says, make it cool.
On a white background.
On
a lovingly rendered sticky note drawn on a white background.
Kubo-san, I have some questions about the layout of the Soul Society. Could you answer them for me? Yeah, it's all white.
They got walls.
Don't bother describing it. I never did.
Make the characters look really cool, but don't worry about the background. Just make it inside. Can you make it inside? Just do that. It's in a big empty warehouse. Just make the Soul Society that. That's what they turned it into. You'll be okay. Yeah, from Bleach, which we were sad that it ended, onto some sad news. It is the voice actor, an American voice actor, Ed Blaylock, has passed away at the age of 64. He, for me, most famous for the Führer, King Bradley in Full Metal Alchemist.
Yep.
I don't watch the One Piece anime, so I don't really know him from there. But yeah, definitely an awesome job in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and everything. Absolutely loved that. It was one of Sengoku he is in One Piece, as well as a ton of other stuff. But yeah, a shame because he was very talented. I loved the King Bradley role. I loved that character as well. But yeah, sad news. I thought we'd share.
I never heard the
English
dub, unfortunately. But
yeah, really awesome. Like I say, I only watched the English dub of Full Metal Alchemist, so I don't know the Japanese, so I don't know how it compares, but I was very happy with the job that they did. So
Full Metal Alchemist is one of the anime that first really caught on big in the US because it was on Adult Swim on Toonami.
Yeah.
Whoa, even Adult Swim.
And yeah, so people know it here because of the dub, and it is very well received and well regarded.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer.
Yeah.
It is.
Rest in peace
true.
to the man. I usually only hear about voice actors who are, youngish age, from, I guess, late teens and early adolescence, but not old voice actors. So it must have been a guru in that sense.
Yeah.
A legend, I guess.
Yeah. R.I.P. Rest easy. Thoughts and condolences to his fans and family. I can't speak. I'm sorry. Friends and family. I've been working till late. 5 days. I'm tired. Rest in peace. 64. Early age, but
Respect. Yeah.
plenty to remember by. We've just lost Manimal as well.
What?
Probably not the best to go from a death announcement to say that we've lost Manimal. We've lost Manimal just...
He has died here live on the podcast.
He's
God.
not actually died, I don't think. He has suffered a podcast death, which long-time listeners to the show will know with Manimal. If he starts strumming away on his guitar, he gets not too into it, but that consumes him. He's very passionate about his music. So he's left us. As he's been listening to albums non-stop as soon as he bought his 25, so bye Manimal.
Bye.
You will be missed.
I don't know why he's carrying on working on music now, because he's obviously peaked with Bam Bop Bop. There's not going to be anything better than that, so, it's always trying to follow up with a difficult, second hit, but
yeah.
never mind. Finally, a little fun one for you guys. This is the next. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to predict this is the next hit manga series, and we'll be talking about the anime in the next 2 to 3 years. It's called Chichi no Chikan, which translates to
Oh God.
breast milk time / father time. What
Oh,
you
God.
Can we go back to 10 seconds ago where you never mentioned that title to me?
Let's just rewind time, please. Are you really?
Would you like
No,
to
I have
know?
no big Japanese anime and manga industry. I can't be writing stories about complex wars and fights for freedom and deep philosophical themes when that exists on. No.
It gets better. It gets weirder.
Tell me more.
What you're thinking, it gets weirder. In fact, actually, before I tell you the synopsis, what do you think it's about? Lego, what do you reckon this story is possibly about?
I need to hear the title again. Translation.
The translation is breast milk time / father time.
Father?
A dad
Father.
has a kid that he has to give a milk bottle to
Okay, so a dad has a
that has
child.
breast milk in it.
See, I think it's the same thing, but Dad doesn't need a bottle.
So dad.
What?
So dad has breasts and he breastfeeds a child. Corin?
I'm assuming it's the worst outcome that I can think of.
What is wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna go pretty bad that he has a pregnant daughter who he is using the breast milk of.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
That's just the sad one.
Let me tell you. It is by Kuronosuke Shirata, and it's a young biology student comes face to face with some aliens who decide to come to his home. They come bearing a baby and a demand. He must raise the baby for an entire year or the world will be destroyed. Of course, just taking care of the baby wouldn't be such an issue if it didn't also mean that student Kyuichi Shinogi will also have to use a special device that lets him swap from being a man to a woman. He turns into a woman with very large breasts, meant to do this job well, which is understandably confusing.
What the fuck?
Called it!
No, what the fuck?
Which makes me sad.
Nervons was closest.
How did you call it Nair? No, you read this. No, wait. Where's the logic in an alien race that can destroy a planet needing one single human to change their gender to breastfeed an alien kid?
I am glad that he turns into an entire woman and not just, I'm thirsty. Better go warm up Dad's titties.
That might be the episode title.
Oh no!
You've done it again.
Yeah, you've done it again. You deserve that one. You really deserve this one. Because you guessed it correctly. I mean, I don't care how you didn't know. What? How did you guess it so spot on? Oh my god. Yeah, that's so title.
Oh man. Yeah, that's I thought you'd appreciate that story. It's a manga that is. It's coming April 20th, apparently. It's available to read only if you speak Japanese at the moment, so hoping for that fan translation.
So we are still protected
Someone
from the evil.
That manga is appearing in one of the episodes, but I'm not going to be there for
that. Somewhere, Hayao Miyazaki is crying, and he knows not why.
He woke up with a single tear. He doesn't know what's going on. Bless him. Yeah,
Why?
I guess it's just a fetish thing for breastfeeding, but
oh god,
I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to figure out why.
The worst thing is that this is exactly
Speaking of a different subject, has anyone seen that short video clip of a guy showing Hayao Miyazaki a picture of a Hayao Miyazaki cosplayer at a convention?
Oh,
and Miyazaki says, "Oh, that's not me? I was trying to remember when I was there."
No.
Oh. No, that one I did know. That's a nice story. I thought you were going to say the bad one where he ripped into the students for making a horror game animation.
Oh man, as long as they weren't making alien breastfeeding, aliens forcing people to breastfeed. Why wouldn't they just go to a woman and just say, "Look, can you breastfeed this kid?"
You're thinking about it.
Yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
just
not
intrigued.
think about it.
I want to know how he got his story. Like, where was this inspiration come from? He's like, if only.
It's actually based on his own life, as it turns out.
The author was cradling his newborn child and going,
I wish I could.
"Oh, I know what I could write about."
I don't know if it's good if this guy has kids. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have made the leap to think he would ever seduce a woman.
Gonna get that sweet, sweet breast milk.
You know, I bought that light novel at random. I accidentally got a lot of girlfriends, then almost caused the apocalypse. I'm not sure. Ad-libbing the title here, but I'm like, how many people are in potentially world-ending situations, and the whole world depends on them? In Japan, of course. Not screwing it up. So there's the breastfeeding dude, there's some other light novel character, there's some other one, and they're all responsible for keeping the world. I guess that always happens in every universe, even Marvel. There's always some sort of world-busting bomb that is stopped by the title character, or another character is doing the same thing. And yes, this is a tangent that is going to go on and on, but I will not stop because I have no shame. I am Lego Maestro. Who the hell do you think I am? This is, something where I was like thinking it sounded smart in my head, and then I was sitting there and trying to sound smart. So I said it, and then it did not work out. And you guys are totally punishing me by being assholes and not saying anything. Have mercy. Come on. Someone
I will have mercy.
Superheroes save the world.
If you
It's
took
what
a
they
moment
do.
to breathe in there, I would have tried to cut in and stop it. But,
There ain't no brakes on the Lego train.
man, you've
Stop
got
it, it's already
lungs
dead.
like none other.
You got them lungs.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's all good. All good. I did go on Twitter and see if the writer of Breast Milk Time had a Twitter account. He doesn't, unfortunately, which is a shame. But never mind. Do you know what isn't a shame though? The spring season of anime. Although it is a shame that I've not watched much of it because, Persona 5 and stuff. What have we been watching, guys? Manimal's gone, who watches a large chunk of shows. I know he wanted to mention Eromanga-Sensei. It's not very good. It's a piece of shit. Don't watch it. It's not very funny. There's some humor in it for being weird, like having a 12-year-old saying how much they love dicks. I guess if that's, your kind of bag, go for it. But
That's a show that's never going to be good, but will live on through isolated screen caps for years.
oh yeah, there's a couple of them already that are quite enjoyable. They're quite funny, but yeah, I don't think it's worth. Like, I got bored watching it, so it's one of them.
It's
Don't watch
really
it.
highly rated though. So no.
Of course it is. It's an incest. It's an ecchi incest manga thing. It's gonna be.
It's done by the Oraimo guy. Come on.
Yeah, it's the same plot practically. It's similar.
You
Yeah.
knew what you were getting into.
That's true. I mean, I'm ragging it. I'm obviously not the intended audience. It's not something that's ever, not something that's ever really appealed to me. So I guess it does its job. It's well animated, I suppose. Its music's good.
Oh man, that is just so sad when you're desperately looking for the good things in the show.
It's just
Oh,
like I say,
man.
like the humor falls flat for me because I'm just like, well, it's not that funny. Yeah, his little sister is a ecchi artist, and they sort of have a kind of the typical, oh, we kind of like each other relationship. Do you know what I
No.
mean? The whole
No.
blush faces and bumbling
No.
protagonist.
No.
So that's not I've never found it really funny. But on the flip side, Love Tyrant. Has anyone been watching Love Tyrant? Have you had a chance to catch it?
I have not.
Okay. It hits a lot of the same notes as Eromanga-Sensei, but watch it. It does it better. It's because it's so much more over the top, and it's that sort of slapstick, wacky, out there humor, and like the tropes and stuff and cliches are on the nose, and then they call them out for being on the nose, if that makes sense. So like the Yandere is like, she is just an archetypical Yandere character. She has a red aura and all that kind of stuff. She carries knives around with her.
Yes!
Like, she does all that dumb stuff, but then they call it out and they make fun of it and poke fun at it. I actually really enjoy it. If you watched Newcom, it's sort of that style. Like, it's a harem, but it's literally, they have the kiss note, which is their they write anyone's name in it and they have to be in a relationship. So they just keep adding people, like, against his will. His Cupid just keeps adding people into their relationship. So he's like in a forced relationship with like 6 people, but it's funny. It's not like oh no, what am I going to do with all these ladies? Like that kind of bumbling protagonist. It's actually quite funny. So I enjoy that. I recommend that one if you want a fan service heavy comedy harem thing.
I could check that one out, because the world God only knows is the only show that I respect for managing to pull that off. But yeah,
kind of similar in it's more over the top, I think, than The World Ends With You.
No, the world God only.
That's a very different show.
I still need to watch that.
That's a very different kind. Yeah, it's a bit more over the top, but like it's still the same vein. So yeah, if you enjoyed that, I'd recommend checking out an episode or 2 of this.
Nice.
But what else have you guys been watching?
The cutscenes from Persona 5. I'm just gonna take this moment to grab a bite to eat.
No worries.
I'm glad Lego's here, because Berserk, I'm watching Berserk still.
Oh God, why do you torture
now,
yourself like this?
Lego, did you listen to...
What?
He hasn't listened.
Did you listen to last
episode.
week's episode?
Unfortunately, no, but I'm working on it.
Okay, so the thing about Berserk Season 2 is exactly what I said was going to happen back in Season 1.
Aha.
It was going to come out, people would like it because it's Berserk, and it would get more money, and it'd have better animation. So far, Season 2, I've watched first 3 episodes. Every episode is at least half hand-drawn animation.
Yes!
And even the CG is looking a lot better. The mouths are still fucked, but the action scenes they're using the CG for does look a lot better.
Can you
and like
follow...
they're mixing it too, so like I guess the way the art style is, it's like when it's not moving, it looks hand-drawn, and I think sometimes they just go straight from like hand-drawn into a CG thing, and it really looks a lot better, man. It just really does.
Do they have as much money as Unlimited Budget Works?
A what?
Ufotable, Fate Zero, Fate Zero, I guess.
I mean, they don't have enough money to make it fully hand-drawn yet, so...
Well, improvement is definitely like listening to your audience. So that means they weren't just trying to be mean and then just say just lazy asses. So yeah, definitely.
No, they're trying to make it
I'll take
right.
it.
I think they just need more money.
the peanuts that animators get paid for, then yeah, okay, fine. You know what? I'm totally taking that explanation out.
They're definitely doing the CG out of a need to conserve monetary, not just because fuck you. I don't know if anyone does that, to be honest with you, Lego. I think you're just sore.
Oh man, if only you knew. Actually, you actually do know what it could be like. But come on, man. CG.
Insane. It's like the second episode had like 30 seconds of CG in it. It's much better, man.
Are you being convinced, Lego?
I'll need to watch it. The problem is I'm comparing it with seamless 3D animation, and this clay thing is problematic. But you know what?
It's like the three
I loved
movies.
the
came
movies.
out.
I loved the movies. I loved the movies.
It got better each time. It's getting better in the show too.
Okay. And I loved the movies, by the way. So it's not like I have a knee-jerk reaction to, oh, it's 3D. Nope. I won't check it out. So the movies were good.
Yeah. So we're in definitely second movie territory for animation quality.
Yeah. Then great. Have you seen Boruto by any chance?
Yeah. Have you watched it?
I watched the first episode. The animation was good, but I'm like, okay, it isn't a story that's canon, but yeah. Animation was good.
Yeah, what did you think about? Well, I guess it's going to be canon now, isn't it? Because it's, I guess
it is.
Official...
They managed to, I don't know, it's so typical of a shonen story. I feel like trying to analyze it is like taking a scalpel to an apple, I guess, instead of just eating it. You know, it's just too much.
There's not much there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much there. There's really not much. I don't know.
They're stretching it out.
Yeah.
We're really need to look into the deeper meaning behind Boruto.
I don't know if that exists. I'll be honest.
There's some meat on these bones. Very lofty goals.
Yeah.
Boruto is problematic because they did a flash forward because they want you to be interested, which is cheap as hell. Like,
Yeah.
Let's jump to when the characters you know about are dead or something's happened to them. So
Spoilers for Boruto going forward, by the way.
Guys, we swear to God, this is gonna do something. Don't leave us.
Yeah. It literally starts flash forward. It's, 8 years in the future or 7. It's like Boruto all grown up, basically. It's like if Naruto flash forward on episode 1, flash forward to the Pain arc, to when he arrives against Pain, and then went, look at this cool shit, and then just went back to 400 episodes before.
That doesn't work at all. And then he keeps on claiming he has nothing to do with his father. But oh man, wow.
Yeah, I mean that's the story they're plugging with Boruto, because they can't do he's a village outcast who's a prankster and that kind of thing. Again, they're trying to with it because he is still very much like a delinquent who's bossed around and he doesn't like being told off by the adults and whatever. He likes to do his own thing. But then there's also that thing where his dad's in charge of the village. Like, his dad's the Hokage and he's in charge of everything. So they're playing the angle of his dad's never there. He doesn't think his father's a good father. Which is a different way. It's the expected way, but it's a different route to sort of tell Naruto's story, because obviously he never had any parents because he's a shonen protagonist. So who needs parents?
He reminds me a lot more of Konohamaru than he does Naruto.
Yeah, it's actually, it's that plot. It's very much that plot. The Hokage, he's too busy for me because he's doing all the other stuff, and they don't realize or appreciate what they're actually doing, because they don't see it. They just think
he's got no time for his ninja son.
Yeah,
he's actually pretty impressive. His shadow clones are all over the village doing everything.
That's the problem, though. Like, with Boruto, it's supposed to be he's going to learn ninjutsu, but he knows stuff. He uses it. He's clearly trained.
But he doesn't understand.
I don't know. Like,
now the real question is: did anyone think Naruto was going to be a good father?
No.
No.
I mean, he was just going to be. He's not as bad as Goku, because Goku's like the worst father.
Father in absentia.
Yeah.
I mean, it works out best just because Hinata is a very good and loving mom.
Yeah. Like, that's fine. But it's like Sasuke, like, he's not around. Daddy. What is it with ninjas not being...
wasn't there.
Yeah, ninjas just can't stick around.
Like, there's the difference between Naruto too busy being able to spend, time playing catch with his ninja son, and Sasuke going out to buy cigarettes 5 years ago and not coming back.
He's just brooding still. It's like you've settled down and got married. Stop brooding. You've solved that in the last couple of chapters of Naruto. We saw you had closure. Stop it.
So he went out on a cold Christmas Eve night.
He's still got issues. He's just not there for it. Oh no, I think they explain it because he's a special agent. and has secret missions. I think. Like
He's just too embarrassed to realize he named his daughter Salad.
I didn't think this through. Salada or Salada or Salada.
Well, see, the thing is, we have Boruto, which is the Japanese pronunciation of bolt, which is why there's a bolt in the O in his name. But if we used the Roman pronunciation, then we would also have to call Sarada Salad.
She's been named Salad. Oh wow.
Yeah, Salad.
Wow.
Oh, bless him. I will continue to watch Boruto because I think it could be good. Not the series overall. I should rephrase that. I think there could be some good moments because if you asked me if Naruto was good overall, I'd say yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Some of it felt like a slog, and this one, maybe I'm going into it a little jaded because of how Naruto ended, and I wasn't too impressed with the ending. But then that's kind of the problem with long-running shonens and the problem with the escalation. It has to go bigger and more, extravagant. And
yeah, Bleach didn't survive that, but yeah, I still appreciate
Bleach got canceled.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Boruto has less of an excuse.
Any final arc, I just find it inexcusable of Naruto is the main antagonist for the entire series is then replaced about 30 well, actually, Sasuke is an antagonist, but Madara Uchiha, the cause of everything.
Oh,
He is the root of all problems. He is the cause of most things. And then a
goddess appeared. A goddess!
And then, 20 chapters from the end or whatever, it's just, actually, this goddess has taken over his body or something, and this is the goddess of all chakra, and now she's the final boss. Go fight her.
Why was
like,
necessary,
what? What?
That is stupid, but I appreciate that right at the ending, he did reverse harem sexy jutsu as just a callback to the first thing, he pulled out of his ass to save himself. Is still going strong.
And it worked!
It worked!
It was funny. I will admit I did enjoy that. Speaking of, I know we're going all over the place on tangents here, but fuck it, that's what we do. Fairy Tail, is anyone up to date on Fairy Tail?
Oh no, the horrific, did you see that horrific chapter? Spoilers for anyone.
Speaking of final arcs going all awry,
oh wow, it's so shocking. I'm so traumatized, Vacant. What happened? Can you just explain it for the benefit of the others?
Spoilers for the latest chapter of Fairy Tail.
That chapter.
Natsu and Zeref, Zeref is the main villain, he's final boss. He did his power up because he absorbed the first, what were they called? Guildmaster? Yeah, the first Fairy Tail Guildmaster, Mavis's power, which now makes him invincible, even though he's already invincible. But now he has infinite magic. So not only is he invincible, he has infinite magical power. That's what he stated. Yeah, he can do anything. He can bend reality to his will because of his magical power, because it's infinite. He is also immortal.
But he still can't kill Acnologia, but okay.
Yeah, that's another thing. He can't kill another thing that's like another bad guy that's supposed to be more powerful than him, but he's got infinite power, but whatever. He's going to do some time travel-y stuff and make it all work, apparently. It's confusing. It's as confusing as it sounds. There's like a gate and... anyway. But the main character, Natsu, was fighting him. He did his fire attack, because literally they were saying you can't win, and he's like doing the no, power up, move, and then does a move and it doesn't do anything. And then he just stabs him. He does the typical, do you know the where they force the hand through the chest? You know,
the hand through the chest.
Stab through the chest. That's a staple of shonen stuff.
Yeah.
Does that to him. And his eyes have no pupils. They're pupilless as he falls down. So he's clearly dead, guys. He's clearly dead.
Natsu was stabbed and he's not standing up. It's so shocking. He couldn't possibly be coming back from this one. I mean, this one looks like it'll stick, man. This one looks like it'll stick. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm kind of sort of checked out of. I mean, I'll still read it every week, but I'm sort of checked out of Fairy Tail now. I'm just waiting for the end. I'm just like, come on.
When the stakes have been played around with too much, you just don't connect with it anymore. It's not even if it was a comedy, maybe, but no.
Yeah. It's sometimes you've got to actually stick with the character deaths. You can't just have it happen and then the next chapter just go, actually, don't worry, it's not what it looks like, or here comes this Deus Ex Machina that solves this problem, and they're okay.
Gray wanted to do the magic twice! Twice!
Yeah.
Twice!
That was bullshit. Maybe we should do we need to do a fairy tale podcast. Fair tie? No. Podtail.
Podtail.
Fairy Poddale.
The Fairly Podcast.
The Fairly Podcast. We will work on this name. We'll get back to it. Pod tie.
I do like, though, that in Naruto, they had the moment where Kakashi died, but then they brought him back.
That was...
Only to make it laugh even more when Neji dies and stay dead.
I stayed dead.
Fuck Neji.
Why did he stay dead?
Neji was my favourite of those guys.
He did it.
Rock Lee and
It.
Neji. He got a bad rap.
Oh god, it wasn't even so urgent. Like, you could have used a fodder. I'm just like, come on. You jump miles into the air to block a spike instead of pushing the dude out of the way. You're just like, wow.
Yeah. God, Neji. That was one that didn't even have impact because I was like, he's coming back, it's fine, he'll be alive in a few chapters. And then by the time he didn't, I'd forgot all about the fact that he died. Like, dozens of chapters later, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, he's dead. Like, where is he? Oh, poor Neji. Yeah, he got fucked over immediately. Oh no. Poor Nedge. The Nedgester. But yeah, because they used the resurrection sparingly,
Again.
so I guess it was effective. I mean, it's not like Dragon Ball Z levels where death, that doesn't mean anything.
Death is a relative thing.
Yeah. I did love that in Dragon Ball Z, just how bad they abused it. It's just like, they die, doesn't matter, we'll just see them with a halo now. It'll be fine. When we'll resurrect them when they get round to it, screw it. Don't really know why. Fuck it, just do it. Good old Krillin, bless him. Oh. I'm trying to think of any character who could have possibly died more than Krillin.
Krillin has died several times.
Krillin dies a lot.
I mean, has Goku died more than Krillin? Because, let's be honest, has Krillin really died that many times?
He died in Dragon Ball, he died in Dragon
Ball, he died in DBZ, he died in GT, but we're not going to fucking count that.
Yeah, so he died once in Dragon Ball. He died against Frieza. He died against... Yep. Oh yeah, no, he didn't die against Saiyans, did he? Okay, I'll take that one back.
Are we counting all the times that, like, the bad futures where it's implied the androids killed him?
Yeah.
No, because everyone dies.
And Goku died in an alternative future.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. Okay, so Krillin died once against Frieza. I was thinking he died against Saiyans. He doesn't. He's the only one who survives that. Well, him and Yajirobe and Gohan.
Basically, he dies against
Frieza.
The Frieza and that demon in fucking regular Dragon Ball, and I think that's it, really.
Yeah,
canonically.
Dies against Majin Buu.
I guess, does he?
Yeah, him and...
Everyone dies.
Yeah,
everyone dies against Majin Buu.
It's when he becomes...
So he's died 3 times, basically.
Okay.
Unless he's died in Super. But Goku's died way more than that.
Hercule.
Hercule can't die.
Further cementing, he is the strongest character.
You can't kill Hercule. I'd hate if they killed Hercule. Oh, I love Hercule so much. I can't wait to get stuck into Dragon Ball Super when it gets past the movies.
That is not dead, which can eternal die.
Oh, it's good. But speaking of things that die and die often, do you want to go into Attack on Titan, or shall we remain spoiler-free of Attack on Titan Season 2?
We should remain spoiler-free, I think.
Okay.
Because, again, I've only watched the 3rd episode now, which I guess we could talk about that if we wanted to.
Yeah, we can go through episode 3, because there's not... I know we were saying last week with episode 3, there's not too much that goes on.
No, not a whole lot. Like, I was glad we could see some of our main characters again.
Yeah.
It reminded me of why I kind of liked those 3.
Like Armin and...
Yeah, Armin and Mikasa and Eren. And It did that joke, which I'm always been a big fan of the, like, they describe a character as being, like, good looking or whatever, and then they immediately smash cut to that character doing something unflattering.
Yeah. Like the Krista one.
Yeah, with Krista.
I like that. That's, like, yeah, there's a lot of exposition. It sort of slows down, explains a little bit more, sets up a bit of where the story's going, revealing about Eren and sort of the Titan hardening power.
Yeah, it's setting up the next sort of phase of the plan, but overall, it's still moving a hell of a lot faster than Season 1 ever did.
Yeah. Now, have you read the manga or watching this season?
Yeah,
Yes. I have.
No. Sorry. No, I had to demute my
Sorry.
microphone.
It's okay.
And no, I dropped it after Season 1. I might come back if Season 2 finishes post-basement.
With only 12 episodes, I honestly believe that they will not. So, Lego, you've read the manga, haven't you?
Yep, I've read the manga. I'm not saying anything about the specifics, but the latest, is it 4 chapters or 3 chapters? Like, wow, man, I don't know what to call it. Is this a different arc or the tone shift?
Different story.
Like, wow. But anyway, yeah, I know.
Yeah, tonally and sort of the shift in the story is quite drastic. Like the second season, like the anime we'll see in the next few episodes, the focus shifts a lot more, and you can sort of see it in how they're setting it up in the first couple of episodes. It shifts a lot more than season 1. You'll be quite surprised by the end of this one, I think, with just how drastic and how different the themes and the tone of this show will be.
Yeah.
The arcs are quite in contrast in some respects, which I think we've gone into previously, but I won't at this one at risk of spoiling. I have watched episode 4, which is the one that you guys haven't watched, and it's just come out. It's a really enjoyable one. I don't know what else to say. It's a really enjoyable one. There's some clever hints in there that I didn't pick up from the manga originally, but seeing them animated, I'm like, that's a callback to something. And then, so you will really enjoy that episode. And then it ends on a good point as well.
Oh man, I think I'll actually watch this season then as well. I have no reason not to actually. It's animating one of my favorite parts in the manga. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like episode 4, I'm really looking forward to episode 5 because episode 4 is good, but like episode 5 as well, like they sort of cover 2 little bits that I enjoy. And then it should be the big climax at the end.
Have they already gone to that tower?
They are in the tower. Episode 4 is them in the tower. Yeah. So yeah, that's where they are. They're in the tower at the moment. And so we'll keep there. We'll stay there.
You know that thing where something amazingly tragic happens, but you're just laughing because of how despair. Oh man. The despair.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Let's leave it. Let's move on. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk more about Attack on Titan next week. Go on, sorry.
So if we have time, Corin, the recreators, have you watched it yet? I haven't watched
Yes, I have watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't got the third one. Have you been watching it?
Nope, I haven't had time yet, but I'm really, really crossing my fingers. Tell me it's good, man. Please
tell us, because I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
Never roll his eyes, but I'm really enjoying it so far. And to add a little bit more to the blurb about it that kind of confused us all. Basically, It goes into straight up multiverse theory, right? So there's an infinite number of universes, therefore every possible scenario you could think of plays out. So if you're walking down the street and you turn right, there's another universe where you turn left instead.
Okay.
So the whole idea is that what is ostensibly the real world, our world, there's lots of stories and shit. So every single one of those stories has a universe out there that represents the story. So basically what happens is there's this there's this character who we don't know her name yet, and this is like the first 5 minutes, so it's not really a spoiler or anything, who is basically going through all these different story universes and saying, hey, these people are our gods. Why don't we go to their universe and make them do what we want them to for a change?
Nice.
So she's and because it's, of course, they're pulling characters out of all the anime, in-universe anime. So, like, there's one of the main characters is, like, a sword and mecha anime. So she, has a giant mech and a sword and shit. There's one who has something that's sort of like a persona or a stand who just got introduced in episode 2. There's one who was actually a character from a video game because it doesn't matter if it's, whatever it is. And, like, they did something really cool in episode 2, if I can get into it, because it's not really spoilery.
Yeah.
Anything?
I'm fine with spoilers.
It's just interesting. Basically, like, they bring in a magical girl, and it's, little girl, pink hair, little wand thing. And she gets into a fight with the sword and mecha one, and she's going around and, like, blasting shit, and it's like a giant pink bubbly heart. But it's flying into buildings and, like, exploding shit and killing people.
Oh, God!
And she eventually, like, hits the sword and mecha girl, and she gets real messed up, and she's bloody, and the little magical girl freaks out because there's no blood in her universe. Nobody bleeds when they get hurt. And she can't deal with the reality of that.
That's cool. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
Like, all those blasts that are supposed to do splash damage and, you look injured, but it's all safe, is actually devastating. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, so it's interesting, and it's... Like, I don't know much about Studio Troika. They haven't done a lot. Like, they did Aldnoah Zero, but other than that, not too much. It's really pretty to watch. It really is. They have some excellent fight scenes in it.
It's not on Crunchyroll Germany. What the?
It's not on
Crunchyroll anywhere.
Really. You have to watch it slightly less legally.
You have to watch it another way.
But yeah, it's really good. I'm liking it so far.
That's good.
Man. That is what I needed to hear. I don't know if you continue Black Lagoon, but I'm glad that he's still in the scene,
Yeah, so
apparently the Black Lagoon manga's made a return, or it's come back?
It made a return and then just completely stopped. Hunter Hunter.
Hiatus style.
Yeah, the latest arc was getting a bit heated. What's that? Okay, not heated, but I mean Ray and Rock were having another one of those interesting conversations. Oh, God damn it, that show, man. The music, oh, man. The whole aesthetic, so good.
Yeah. I got a lot of love and a lot of time for Black Lagoon. It's always been awesome. But yeah, Recreators. Is there anything else that I'm going to check it out so we can talk about it a bit more next week? But it sounds like it's living up to the hype that we expected. But is there anything else that you guys have checked out this week?
Nothing new. I will say, though, Tiger Mask W is still going strong.
Oh, shit,
still a good show.
It is. Yes, it is. I have totally forgot to...
I know we haven't mentioned it in quite a while, but God, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I forgot it was still going. But yeah, yes, it keeps on chugging. I like that. I'm glad. I am really glad that it's still going now. You've got to get that wrestling representation in there.
And that's one that's still kind of hanging around. Like, I find Twin Star Exorcist finally finished. Finally got to finish that show.
Yeah.
Now it's just Tiger Mask W, I think. Because everything else I'm pretty up. It's spring season now. I think that's the only old one I'm watching.
I'm sorry. It's just that Nash shared a picture of the penis monster from the penis in the chariot.
Why does it have a chariot?
Because
it's got no legs. Because it's a penis.
It's a giant dick with tentacles and a chariot for means of transportation.
There is no hiding the fact that it's a penis.
No, I don't know if they're trying to hide it.
They ain't. Which is the one that's the little chode that's in the ground? I can't remember what that one's called.
The little Chode?
There's one that's literally the penis monster, but it's just the penis head, and it's in the ground.
Oh, slime.
No, it's not slime.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know the one you're talking about. I also cannot remember it.
God damn it! I'm gonna find it because Maru's this one, the little chariot penis.
God damn it!
Little chariot dick.
It is Darth Vader. It is Darth Vader. Yes, I can see it now.
I guess I'm just gonna have to Google Persona Dick Monster and just see what comes up. Okay, they're all just pictures of. And it got a little weird. Let's close that tab and let's move on with the show. So, did you guys watch anything else in the spring season?
Oh man, no, I've been really bad. But other than recreators, what other things are we really expecting high hopes from? I mean, okay, Attack on Titan is looking good, recreators, but I don't know if there was anything else that I was dying to watch there.
Well, you were part of the spring season preview, Lego, so you did have some shows that you were looking forward to.
I have amnesia. Oh man, I really need to keep. But my anime watching is just fun.
Clockwork Planet was one of them that we were looking at. It's okay. I was hoping it'd be I mean, it's pretty solid. It's not quite as action heavy as I thought it was. There's a lot more comedic tones to it. The main character's a lot younger than I thought he was going to be. And he loves clocks, and it's kind of a bit of a disconnect that you have to get used to the idea that cogs and gears are just, that makes everything. That's technology. Like anything technical, like cars powered by gears, robots powered by gears, guns, gears. Like, that's just another word for gears is just technology. So you have to go, oh, that doesn't work, because there's like a metal robot, and they're like, oh, she's made of gears. It's like, no, she's got human skin. That's not gears. How can gears make her work? But whatever.
Very small gears.
There's just lots and lots of intricate gears.
The world is made of gears.
Yeah, everything's made of gears. Alison Zoroku I still haven't watched the second and third episode, so I can't really comment on that one, to be honest. I watched the first one. It's 45 minutes long. It had some interesting ideas. But the CG was fucking terrible. The magical records of a bastard teacher, or Akashic, whatever it's called, Akashic records, that's okay.
That one's got me interested.
Yeah, that's not bad. I quite like it. Lego, you'll appreciate the uniforms, I think.
Yes!
Boruto could be something. You are a sucker for long shonen shows like me, so, it is what it is. Sakura Quest is a slice of life and comedy by PA Works that Manimal really enjoys, and that gets his vote for potentially the best anime. Berserk second season. Are you gonna give it a go? Are you gonna?
I need a weekend to catch up on all these anime, man. I'm really out of practice in general. I
mean, you can watch Eromanga-Sensei if you want. I personally wouldn't recommend it because it's not even that outrageous overall for like it to be a do you know what I mean? Like,
not enough.
It's offensively mediocre.
Yeah, like, because it's sort of got this really ridiculous over the top concept. Like, well, a strange little sister who's a shut-in who I haven't seen for a year as an ecchi artist. She's also 12. I'm a writer. We're going to work together on, all this kind of stuff.
I mean, it's not even that elitist, because, everyone who's had a sibling probably has a sibling that's tried to draw some porn at some point or another.
I don't know.
You're just dropping that, but I don't think you've met my brother. But I've met your brother, so I know where you're coming from. I just don't think your brother is all siblings.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I was like, honestly, looking at all my siblings.
By the numbers, right? If you're around enough people, right, who get into some weird artist phase, okay? Everyone goes through a weird artist phase, right?
Yeah.
You have not met my brother. I know your brother. Your brother
there are
is
exceptions
not all
to every rule. But
you just went from Everyone goes through an artist phase to, okay, well, not everyone.
I can't just... Every time I say everyone, I can never literally mean everyone. That's impossible. Let's be honest.
If you're sitting there thinking,
Okay.
well, my brother or sister has
Everyone in that not everyone way.
Yeah. If you're sitting there thinking that my
Just
brother
figure
or
of speech.
sister's never drawn ecchi, then it must be you. It must be you who's done it. That's the only thing. I've painted Warhammer figures of the Slanesh, and they had their titties out, so I guess, does that kind of count? Like, you know, like topless
Kind of.
figures? Like models? Back in my teenage years? You know, that was a bit spicy. It was like, oh yeah. Paint them demon titties.
Spicy.
But I can't even remember where we were after that. Love Tyrant is a fun one. Like I say, Eromanga-Sensei disappointed me in that. Because Love Tyrant has such a silly concept, but they acknowledged it, and it's not rooted in, like, it's just so slapstick and so over the top and goofy that it's fun and enjoyable to watch.
It knows what it is.
Exactly. It's because Eromanga-Sensei is a comedy, so it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it takes itself far more seriously than it should. Really, like there's still attempts at like, oh, this is a serious story with some, you know, serious tones. A little bit. There's a little bit there. Because they're sort of supposed to be implying that, you know, they're estranged from each other because they're not actually brother and sister because, you know, that makes it okay. And, you know, oh, we've got to work, you know, we've got to be together and we've got to make it work for each other and blah, blah, blah. You know, there's still sort of, they're trying to imply an emotional undertone, but it's, no. Just make it dumb. That's all you need to do. Make it dumb.
Make it dumb.
But yeah, there is some other shows, like I say, I will hopefully catch up with a couple more. I do need to carry on watching, Alison Zeroko. I want to watch Recreators as well, because I was really hoping that'd be good. I need to watch Silver Guardian as well, Gino Guardian, but I still haven't got round to that. It just isn't looking enjoyable. But more on that next week. We'll cover the spring season when Manimal's back as well. He'll be able to speak about the, you know, more of the slice and life things. The other thing that's come out that I haven't watched actually, just before we move on, is Atom the Beginning. I still haven't caught that. That came out last week.
Yes.
I will definitely check that out because I want to see what that's all about. So I think it should be interesting. But I think that brings us to the end of the episode. Unless there's anything else that you guys want to go through.
I'm good.
We're good.
I am good and suffering from sleep deprivation.
Okay.
As fun as that was.
We're sorry.
I'm tired. We're all tired. I'm all tired.
I'm tired. You're tired. We're all tired. We're fired. Woohoo! I rhymed. Wait, rhyme with vacuum as your last challenge.
Vacuum. Okay. I mean,
Mushroom?
I'll try. Okay.
Wait,
So we're now gonna put this into the silence of the internet and maybe protect this podcast in a vacuum. No, that doesn't work. We're gonna put it in a vacuum because then we're gonna protect it from that man from the Ginyu Force called Raccoon. That didn't work. It didn't work.
Is there a man in the Ginyu Force?
Are there any words that rhyme with vacuum? Is this a trick?
Yeah, there's no words that rhyme with vacuum.
Space is a vacuum, a never-ending black room.
Wow.
Yep, it's true. There's no words that rhyme perfectly with vacuum.
You could have
Like
chat
I
room.
said.
They're all near rhymes.
Matthews does not. Value doesn't either. That Hume, back room, tack room, vacuum,
I mean-
strap loom.
Fume does. Room does. Gloom does.
Black
but
youth does not. I don't know why that's
Black-
on there. Black youth apparently rhymes with vacuum. No, it doesn't. At whom? Van Doom? Canzoom? I'm just gonna stop. This is terrible. Dank room. We're all about them dank memes, son. Shout out to prequel memes. You know, we love all that. But yeah, we're gonna go. So, is there any parting shots from you guys? This is the point where Manimal would go, I'm going to take one to the elbow. And then we'd make a joke about him saying that and say, oh, the elbow. Ooh, wow. There you go. Doesn't quite work when he's not here.
How does it feel to be treated to awkward silence, you bastard? God damn it.
Well,
I think this is perfect the way it is.
Yeah. Never mind.
You're perfect the way you are,
Aww.
audience. So just keep being you and hit subscribe, like 100% tops.
Yeah.
Totally.
Thanks,
Yes.
guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Manimal. Sorry you weren't here. Bye.
Phone call for Stelly. Please hold it steady. I can't keep up with you now. Please raise your voice through the cascade of tears. The train is moving so fast now. Phone call for Stelly. Please hold it steady. I can't hear you shout. Ambulance siren, oh what the hell does that mean? I thought death was only for the poor fools with too much time on their heart rate monitors. Please tell me what that means. I thought flat lines were for ready. Please hold it steady. Do it for me. Stay. Please hold